Yo, how's it going? Hopefully well. It is Friday once again. I should probably fix this whole layout, considering I've got the green screen working again. Where is it? Where's the option? There we go. There we go, that works a bit better. They don't get hidden. It is hot! It is hot. I got myself my desk fan positioned over that way, angled just so. Just so that it doesn't billow my green screen that's behind here somewhere. The reason why I'm using the green screen again is because I recently bought some replacement clamps that I thought I'd lost. I say thought I'd lost because I started to reassemble the frame for it, and I tipped out the the storage sleeve, and there they were. These things, plastic clamps, are very useful. I use them to hang my my headphones when I'm not using them. Those are the ones that came with the green screen, but I ordered some ones that were a little smaller. Actually seemed to work better. Who'da thunk? Who'da thunk? But anyway, today, Captain Wayne is on the docket. I've had my eyes on this one for a while. Kevin, you got enjoyment, you got involvement and enjoyment, I hope. Where's your comment gone? The chat's moving too goddamn quick. Slow down, people! One at a time! There you are, I see you. But yeah, I played a previous demo for this. And yeah, like, was it a day or so ago? I saw the post saying a new build the demo's out, so yep, that's an easy pick for today's stream. It's not gonna be as long as usual streams. Largely because I gotta be somewhere after the stream. So yeah. Very strict timeline. Low alcohol beer. I've got to be in a functional state. But anyway. If you caught me earlier, you would have caught me playing Helldivers 2 over on Twitch. Having a lot of fun with that at the moment. It is pretty much a Starship Troopers wet dream. And I know there's a Starship Troopers game, but I'm not sure how that actually shakes out in comparison. Either way, let's get this show on the road. Load up El Capitan! Wayne. Pardon me. I'm being haunted by accordions.
Everything ye see here is subject to change.
Dad, is that you? You finally come back from the sea? Buying cigarettes from the Caribbean? Why isn't it showing up? How dare you? You're gonna have to enjoy the music while I do it. Specific window. I'm trying to find out which one of these is the window, Captain Wayne. Yep, you're just gonna have no context. You're gonna have no context, people. You know what I'll do? I'll just do this. I'll just do this. This works. This is fine. Is that Gianni doing the voiceover? I don't know. Is it Gianni? You can get me doing it if you want.
No, bitches! No, Grog!
Hey! No! Ah! So. Options. Controls, keys, everything pre-bound. I've been burnt a few times by, mods and games. but they've not set the keybinds. And they're like, there's all these abilities, but we're not going to set any. We're not going to set any. We're not going to bind them. You got to do that yourself. It was by Chris Voiceman. Very talented man. Pleasure to work with. Good to hear. Good to hear. Dan Langley, your PC didn't explode using that Boom Power Reborn mod with Russian Overkill. Good to hear. Good to hear. Zeeks, to be fair, some mods use binds that default to GZ Doom, so they can't really rebind it for themselves. Ah, fair enough.
Time for an ass whooping.
Shit. No chill. Hit the ground running, people. That's how we do it. Tutorial? We don't need no stinking tutorial. I'm having fun already.
Gotta jump these boxes. Alright, bring it on.
Ah! Can I pick? Oh, Jesus. How do I miss? How do I miss? I drank some fish blood. What? Everything's happening far too quick. Oh, shit. There we go. I've played a lot of mods lately that have a dedicated kick in them. It's pretty good. Everyone loves a good kicking. Mainly when you're the one doing the kicking. There we go. You know what? I almost jumped a little in my seat to reach that then. I got nothing to say about that. I got nothing to say about that. You know that bit in Indiana Jones where there's the guy with the sword and then he just gets shot? I thought I had my fists up. I was gonna give him a respectful, battle to the death. But, no, I mean, it still counts as fists. It still counts as hand to hand. Apologies if I yell a little louder during the course of this stream. I got new ear cups for these headphones, and they're very good at sealing sound.
Open vent. Gotta crouch inside.
So for me, at the moment, I sound like I'm wearing... I sound like I'm wearing earmuffs to myself. I can't actually hear myself all that well. And this is why I should have got open bags. But I didn't. Sebenkia, new Ashes 2063 update and the saturation. There's an update? There's no wall jumps in this as far as I can tell. Hey, I finally nailed someone with the barrel. What am I saying? What? Elysian, huh? Huh? You gotta speak up. Joke's on you, I check my sound levels now. Also, I fixed my USB problem. Anyone that was here a while back knows that I had a few problems with the old, the audio devices. Like that. That's a good way to make sure the player is very sure that they've just picked up a key. Bucket of chum, that's what it is. It's good eating. You know, I didn't fix it, I simply delayed it. Don't say that. Don't say that. I'm already tempting fate enough by saying I fixed it. This soundtrack's awesome, man. Makes me want to break shit. Glitzium, was it the BIOS? Yeah, it was the BIOS. I updated the BIOS, and then the problem was that my PC forgot how to load my my boot from the particular SSD that it was on, and the setting was very dumb and esoteric and buried in options that it didn't need to be in the BIOS, so that took me a while to fix. But once I fixed it, my audio was, disappeared, which I'm happy to say. which way did I come in? Did I come in this way? Apparently, yes. It took me a while to realize that's his middle finger.
Those killer whale bastards are making off with my boat. I'm gonna catch up to those bastards.
These alien frogmen are gonna pay for commandeering my ride. Alright, now I'll give you a fur punch. There you go. Let it not be said that Captain Wayne can engage in the occasional bout of respectful fisticuffs. I like that. I like that very much. You know what this has right off the bat? Energy, man. Energy. No pissing about. Straight down to business. You know exactly what you need to do. And just make sure you're within, spewing range of a bucket, because I don't know any man that can consume that much shrimp and not end up with some kind of stomach bug. Beware the I was gonna say the fish food. Don't eat the fish food. That's for the fish. Oh shit! Oh god! Feel kind of bad freaking eviscerating him. Who am I kidding? I don't really care. I don't really care. So we got primary and alt on this thing. So primary and then alt. Both. I was gonna say both barrels. That doesn't work in this context, does it? All weapons have alt fire. Yeah, I'm finding that out. I'm finding that out as I go. I'm already aware of the fists, left and the right. Oh, come on. Is there a little alteration to the way the jump operates in this? Because, I'm getting used to the floatiness of it. I don't know what I'm looking for. I think I saw a ladder somewhere. It wasn't that ladder. It was like a ladder for that tower. No, that tower. There's one of these towers. Oh. Oh well. Have I noticed that when I'm picking up food, does it leave a bloody mess behind? I am now. I like to imagine that's because he's just eating it raw and not because it's immediately causing him to crap blood, but you know. So what does pre-lighting it do? Because that's what the alt fire is for, like, the, I don't want to call them Molotovs, because it's like rum, isn't it? Ooh, chuck gruel. And mystery milk! See, the truth is, I know where the mystery milk comes from. If if we're keeping to the theme, it's manatee milk. Sorry to spoil it.
Suction.
I'm liking the free-form feel of this. Very agile. Oh shit. Can he actually do that? I'm not sure he can. Oh, that's good subtle tutorializing the. Okay. I'm glad that it was reminding me about the kick, because in all honesty, I'd started to forget. Sorry, I'm getting very distracted. Oh, God! No, I'm taking my time with this fella because those hit sprites are amazing. He's trying to run away from me. That and the comedy, you know, boxing around Bell. It's great. Fists also have reload functionality. I'm not sure what to do with that information, if I'm going to be honest. But yeah, this makes me want to schmoove. Even though it's not like expressly geared around schmoovement, but you know. Oh. Here I thought I could be clever and like sequence break the level. Invisible wall. How dare you! Memories of Viscerafest crawling back Thyrock. Not entirely a bad thing at all. Oh. There we go. Alright, where's that guy with the rocket launcher? Yeah. Son of a bitch. I'm glad you've incorporated autosaves. Because I sure as heck forget to do it. Lion, you thought you had a date night? You got stood up? Aw, I'm sorry to hear that, man. As in, you went there and they went there? That is the term. If you go to a place that you've agreed to meet up at and they don't turn up, that's getting stood up. Oh, like ghosted. Which is a damn shame. Damn it. So that special punch, you gotta make sure you do it, on time. Otherwise, the opportunity depletes. Just wondering, can I get on that, Still gotta go the long way around. Fair enough. You thought Ghosted was more via messaging? I think, yeah, probably. I don't know. I'm not exactly in the game. to be perfectly honest, I don't make a habit of trying to keep up with the lingo. I just try to use it in the most cringe-wordy. Let me try that again. I've not drank any beers before this, by the way. My tongue is still not working. I blame the heat. Cringeworthy, not clinge. What's a clinge? Sounds offensive. Did I do that? Sorry, I'm trying to lock in. I like those little dodge rolls that they got as well. I'm trying to pay attention to what the enemies are doing in between all of the manic just gunplay that's going on. And there's just some nice little subtle things going on. You don't get to laugh at me, punk. Grog! On a hot day such as this, grog soothes the soul. And the brain cells. No bitches, no grog. L ratio. Do not cite the ancient pirate parlance to me. I was there when they were first uttered. God, this is cool. I'm loving this. This is why, when I saw the announcement that there was a new updated demo for this, I was like, oh, yeah, I know what I'm playing. I may have broken it. And who's doing the soundtrack for this? This is badass. Hey, fellas. What? Nobody steals my shit and lives! So yeah, the vibe very much Duke Nukem as a drunken sailor. Isn't there a hard seltzer from Australia called Grog? Yeah, it's by, oh, why can't I remember the name? The cold ones. Those two. Those fucking Australian maniacs. I remember them from the hair cake days, and if you don't know what hair cake is, don't worry. You don't need to know. You don't need to know. Rogar, did I ever get married? I'd like to, but it's a massive pain in the ass, and I've got 3 kids now, so oh well. It just gets more difficult to get it done. I'll be honest, the way it's probably going to go is we're going to find a cheap holiday in Vegas sometime when the international relationship ain't too bad. We're going to find the nearest Elvis-themed chapel, and we're going to get it done there. And the family can come too. Oh, is that the demo? Oh, no, I was hoping for more. I wanted a little bit more. I do have a backup, though. Don't worry. I got a backup. But yeah, if at this point, I think we're honestly resigned to just getting married in Vegas. Because it's going to be the cheapest option. Whoever wants to come with is happy to come with. You make it a week-long thing. I'll say any friends and family, you want to have a week in Vegas, we're going to have some fun. And then I'm going to get married by Elvis. Not married to Elvis. That's a very different thing. Anyway, the other thing I got, I'm going to have to swap over the name of this stream, which is going to confuse a lot of... Excuse me. Let me try that again. I'm going to swap over the name of this stream to VOX ARCANA. And now it is officially a Doom Up Madness live stream. And I'm going to leave in the description the Captain Wayne demo was only one level. Oops. I figured it might be short. It's only been half an hour! Not Vauxhall Arcana. I'm not driving a car around. Vauxhalls suck anyway. Okay. Now, hopefully, that will change the title on both of these things. It does not. What a surprise. But now we're updated. That's fine. The only thing I need... I do need a map set, Zekri. I was about to say that very thing. I do need a map set for VOX ARCANA. I didn't have time because I was a little too enamored with playing Captain Wayne today, and I've just been kind of lazy. The title is auto-updated on YouTube. Fantastic. People are still going to be confused with the thumbnail, but whatever. I'll fix it. I'll fix it at some point. So, maps. What maps should I play with this? Map sets on the ZDoom page could be a good start. Oh, does it have some listed ones? I haven't been on the page for a while. On the ZDoom. I've been trying to cast my net a little wider lately. Alright, so I'm on the thread for VOX ARCANA, and I'm not seeing any listings for maps. Not in the main post. In the screenshots? Oh, okay, there we go. It was spoiled. That's why I couldn't figure it out. You know what, let's do Slipgate Complex. Let's just bring a bit of Quake into this. That should work. I hope this is the right one. I have no idea if I'm downloading the right one. Engine, Doom Engine. Who made it? I know who uploaded it. I can't say that. I mean, I've used the C word a few times on stream, but the uploader on the ModDB page I'm looking at right here for Slipgate Complex, or whatever I'm downloading, it might be Slipgate Complex, is See You Next Tuesday Destroyer 666. I don't think that's the author. I don't think that's the actual author. I'm gonna see if I can find an alt. Seriously, why is it difficult to find this one map? It's NJ, right? What? No, I'm so confused. You know what? I'm going to choose a different map set. Neo Doom. Neo Doom will work. I just need something simple. It's all well and good listing where your screenshot is from, okay? I'm happy. That's great. That's fantastic. But sometimes we need a little more than just the name. Where to find it, because the nature of the internet these days is... Oof, it is shifting and uncertain. Right. I'm hoping this will just work. And to make that less likely, I'm going to load it up with Nashville. Cool. Oh god, of course there's an alternate edition I need to download. Okay. It's not often that I run into, like, map sets that require, they're called, like, vaccinated editions. I'm not sure where the parlance stems from. But, yeah, every now and again, because they've got, like, inbuilt bits and bobs that make them work. Like scripting, you know, custom stuff. You need, like, a stripped-out version so they can work with other gameplay mods. And up till now, I've managed to avoid a lot of that. Okay. You think Vaccinated Edition of Neo Doom is part of a bigger pack compendium? Doesn't matter. I've downloaded the Vaccination Edition. Vaxxed! And, yeah, we're ready to go. Zekri Valiant was the first to start it because, of the theming of the map set. A virus that the player's got to stop. Okay. Cool. How ominous. You know, I'm sure I've played VOX ARCANA. VOX ARCANA. Why can't I say this properly? I'm sure I've tested this out before. Funky. Instructions unclear. Headbutted nearest computer console. Ooh, nice explosion on the barrel. Pretty good. The oomph sounds painful. I like that trench gun. It's one of the few things where I actually, you know, recognize the thing from this particular perspective. Oh, it's got a meaty boomph to it. I don't know why that amuses me, doing that. Is Neo Doom the one that has the not safe for work? Not safe. I can't frickin' read or speak. Not safe for work secret in later levels. I don't know. Depends how far down the levels it is. Because this is going to be a shorter than usual stream. Oh, it's a thumper. It really is. All right. So I'm just getting into the whole kind of the way switches work in this. I should probably have refreshed myself on the whole theming for VOX ARCANA as well, because this probably gives you a little better of an idea. I know, jumping. How dare I? There we go. I'm trying to figure out if the clang that I hear every now and again is part of the soundtrack or part of the mod. Man, the ferocity of that explosion doesn't quite match up with the damage it deals to anything nearby. Sounds like a ricochet noise. Oh man, a pickaxe. Dang. I imagine that'd be kind of tough to use as like a anti-demon weapon. You know, anti-anything fleshy, because you hit that with the pointy end. It's gonna get lodged and you gotta like pull it out. This music isn't as funky as 500 Cigarettes. Oh, you mean the popular song 500 Cigarettes that I could play at any second just to annoy everyone?
500 cigarettes.
That one? Ugh. So, you know, sometimes it's tough going from a game or a mod that has, you know, multiple alt fires and, you know, movement abilities and, you know, secondary abilities, and going to something that is much more stripped back and straightforward and just concerned with the purity of the single weapon. It's Trixie. So other jokes on you were into that track? 500 Cigarettes? I wonder who made that. They sound like a very talented hobbyist. I was listening to, what is it, Hell to Pay, that I released recently through my new cans that I got. I got some Sony XM4s because I want some walking around wireless headsets. And they're pretty good, but the bass on them is cranked. And it made me realize how, like, utterly friggin' cranked the bass is on Hell to Pay, because I haven't been able to test it with much stuff. This is the problem with, like, making tracks sometimes. You can't always account for what it's gonna sound like through a different set of, you know, cans or, you know, speakers or whatever. So, I might have to tweak it somewhat when I release a full collection. A slightly tweaked edition. Fuck. I'm not gonna change the version of what's currently out. Oh, I won't do that. I'll leave it as is. But yeah, like the album version might be a little bit more, what's the phrase? Mastered? What is mastering anyway? No one knows what it really is. All mastering means is tweaking it till it sounds decent enough. And then you just need to make sure you have enough, you know, opinions that yes, this sounds fine. I'm sure there's like frequency curves and diagrams and whatever you can consult for that kind of shit, but I ain't got that kind of time or patience. Just crank the bass, damn it! Original Hell to Pay goes into the vault to promote FOMO. If it does, it's purely accidental. Accidental FOMO. I forget to pick up a key. I did. Oh yeah, baby, a Tommy gun. A Tommy gun. With a barrel mag. Like those classic 1930s, 40s gangster flicks. After the booze, see? See you at the speakeasy, chum. Fill 'em with lead, boys. I need to rewatch Miller's Crossing at some point as well. It's such an iconic gun to me. The Thompson. Really is. And I'm not a big gun guy. I'm really not. More often I tend to mock people that are a little too into their guns, but you know. I'm a bit of a hypocrite these days because I really enjoy watching those firearms expert reacts videos. Digging the music. It's a good soundtrack for this map set. It is. It's really good. I think I'm more au fait with like World War II weapons, in all honesty. This largely stems from the inordinate amount of time I spent playing Medal of Honor when I was a kid. So the original Medal of Honor for the PlayStation, Medal of Honor Underground, then I played, what is it, Medal of Honor Frontline on the PlayStation 2. You know what I haven't played? Medal of Honor Allied Assault, which I think was basically the original PC version, which was then ported down like Medal of Honor Frontline. I need to play that sometime. The soundtracks for those games were immaculate. I think it was produced by Steven Spielberg, if I'm not mistaken. It was around about the time when, like, Band of Brothers came out as well. Oh. I found a lamp or what? A lamperine. Alright, I got the key card. I've completely forgotten where the door is. Sucks to be me. Allied Assault is excellent. I've heard very good things. I've heard very good things. I own it. I own a copy of it on whatchamacall. I think it's GOG. Wait. Wasn't it EA that originally released it? I don't know. I'm getting confused. It's been a while. Where's the button in the comp room? Last one you played, a bunch was an open-ended one. Mustang. Yeah, I've not played any of the more recent ones. Oh wait, did I just pick up a snake? I found a living snake. That's an ammo pickup. Okay. Not an enemy type. Don't step on snake. Instead, fire snake out of gun. I'm still not kind of, you know, figuring out where these clangs are originating from. I'm not sure what the rhyme or the reason is. Is it surface specific? I don't know. Is it? Okay. I think we're clear in this section. Whoops! Get out! 29 health. It's fine. It's fine. It chewed through my armor. Hills here. Arms must get tired swinging that kind of thing around. It's an M1 Garand ejecting its magazine ping. What, from the shotgun? That makes no sense. There's another mod I played recently. In fact, it's available for YouTube members and patrons right now. Wink, wink. There's a weapon in it that has a... It's not quite an OTT Garand ping, but it sounds very much like a Garand ping. And it's not the kind of weapon that you would associate as needing a Garand ping. Right, what did I miss from here? Don't make me hump the boxes, man. Probably not. Probably not in the nickage. Things here definitely ricochets. Cosmobite loves his ricochets. I can deal with it. It's just like figuring out what the, yeah, see, that's more of a condition. I was trying to figure out if it was something insane, like texture specific. I'm still getting tripped up by these. Oleg, it took you until now to register that I'm not the Skelly anymore. What prompted me to use the camera? I got bored. And I got tired of people complaining. Everything I do is motivated by personal boredom. Not sure if want. What am I stuck on? No. I want to get that barrel going, but the hitboxes! I need to know what the snake gun is. I've been picking up snake ammo, and I don't have a gun that fires snakes yet. I need to know. But I have all the keys, so... Is the railgun trace a crit hit? I think it's just a visual touch, to be honest. Visual flare. I see it, the little red trace. I think it's largely from if any of the pellets strike surface. So if I entirely strike an enemy with everything, I think it's fine. But if a few miss, you get that. Yeah? It's like a ricochet thing. It's a ricochet thing. Sweet. Hi, Rook. Have I played any Doom mods that blur magical firearms thing? Magitech weapons? I am a fan of the idea. I think I went on about it in a previous stream. Where I don't feel like Magitech is anywhere near as well utilized as I feel like it could be. There is a real subtle degree of screen shake going on. Is it just the bass? It's like the dearest tiny bit of screen shake. I mean, the obvious thing is, hey, look, E1M1, but, yeah. Is there a hair under the mouse? No, I don't think it's that. I think there's, like, built-in slight visual screen shake. It's, like, really, really subtle. And it doesn't bother you at all when you're, you know, moving. It's just when you're stood still. I think it's like a weird little ambient touch. I'd be low HP. That's a great point. That is a great point. Let's find out by smoking cigarettes. Clearly, I've not had enough. We all need
500 cigarettes.
For full health. So I think the cigarettes are armor, aren't they? Yeah, the cigarettes are armor. Pills. Smokes. Pills. Smokes. Explosive barrel. Dang it. Two points of health. Best save. I would have been smooth. With a capital smooth. I blame the smoke. I blame the smoke. The shakes is because not enough cigarettes. Okay. I thought it was my blood, it was just the gusher. Dang! Dag nabbit! If you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm trying to find the sweet spot where enough enemies are by that barrel. I'm kiting. There we go. That mostly worked. So I'm up to 62 points of health now. Still got the screen shake. It might be the cigarettes. No! 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 I can't believe I whiffed that many shots. Maybe he's shaky. You got the zoomies? I'm gonna chalk it up to the zoomies. You know what? You know what my problem is? I've played too many mods lately that are power trips. They give you, like, OTT abilities and weapons. And now that I'm stripped back to a more straightforward mod like VOX ARCANA, which, don't get me wrong, has a lot of really great little subtle touches, I'm finding that my raw dog game ain't as good as it used to be. That's how the phrase works, right? Time for some hideous destructor to normalize myself again. Oh yeah, I gotta swing the dial so far hard in the opposite direction. Yeah. I gotta put myself back in the suffering mines. That's what you're saying. Alright, where's the yellow key? Well, specifically, where's the yellow key going? Ah. Classic. Classic. I think I figured out the use for the snakes. It's somewhat of an escalation, isn't it? Wow, it's got some range. So, by feel... What the fuck? Chain gunner. It feels like it's got the power of like a standard chain gun behind it. What with how long it takes to kill a cackle? You wonder if it's piercing? Hard to tell. It might be. Let's try and contrive of a few enemies in front of each other. I'm not sure. Must be something. Must be something. Because I don't think those imps would, you know, kick the bucket at the exact same time. But yeah, see what I mean? It takes a good long time to kill a cackle. Less time, it seems, with that. This is why I'm confused about it feeling chain gun-esque in terms of its damage dealing, because I've already got a Tommy gun. Maybe it's the piercing that gives it its, its place. Okay. That wasn't what I was curious about missing. feel like I've missed something else entirely. Well, this counts. It's a room full of enemies. There we go. But if it's piercing, it's for thinning crowds, effectively. Yeah, like lower tier crowds. Yeah. Yeah, it's not too bad against these douchebags. Yeah, it's that clang again, man. You better be nice against Lost Soul Swarms. Ooh, I hadn't considered that, actually. Roll! I'm busy! Can we get a pipe drop wav? No. Can we get a hat wobble instead? Can we get nude Tane?
Of course!
I know, I should have been... I ain't got words no more. I ain't got words no more. I knew it was coming, and I still... It still jolted me.
My brain is injured.
Maybe. Highly likely. Are we talking physically or existentially? I mean, I'm pissing Level Lord off again. He deserves it! Of course we're gonna try and break the levels. Not too shabby. Was that 7 pumps? Ooh, pardon me. I know how I got here. I sat down. You might need to work on the hat placement. You know, for a second though, you know that pack of cigarettes. You know, actually, no, you can't see it because of the hat. I was gonna say the pack of cigarettes down there was confusing me because it was lined up almost perfectly with like my health, and I thought it was like a new HUD item. I just realized I should probably move my my thing so you can see the health. No. No. You know what, screw it. It's gonna be a mystery for everybody. It's gonna be a mystery for everybody! Watch out for the Krakow demons. Oh, that's a different mod. That's the H-Doom expansion. We're alright. Someone told me I should check out Fur Doom. Is that NSFW or that's something I can put on the family PC when I go visit the folks? in the living room. Damn here, God. You'd be very surprised if it was SFW. What gives you that impression? Yeah. You know the glory of like channel memberships and Patreon at this point. I could do like just a straight up playthrough of Furdoom and just put it up uncensored on that side, and YouTube doesn't need to know. To be honest, that's been the allure of Patreon and like Ko-fi and all of those micro funding things. It takes out the middleman. And I get to do dumb shit. Like uncensored videos of Furdoom or whatever. There's the incentive. Sign up today! For the promise of smut. Wait, isn't that just OnlyFans? Maybe I should open one of those. Damn, these levels have got like... There's like a rhythm to the enemy placement. It's got rhythm, man! When new cooking videos that YouTube doesn't have to know about. I am planning one. I want to do something that incorporates beans. Because I know Americans are very confused by baked beans. And the concept of beans on toast. So I'm gonna try and find some cursed, well, not cursed, they're tasty to me. I'm gonna find some flavors. Like flavored baked beans. So the next Icarus cooking video is probably gonna be baked beans. For anyone that's wondering, there is a Patient Zero cooking with Icarus video over on the Patreon. I decided to find out what was in a can of tinned all-day breakfast. So it's like a regular sized tinny, kind of like this, but regular tin. Like all the component pieces of what should be an all-day / full English breakfast. In the spoilers, it isn't. And I feel like I got shortchanged, if I'm going to be perfectly honest. In terms of the contents of that tinny. They're only good if you're camping? Yeah. Ooh, I had another idea. Americans don't know what Frey Bentos is. That'll be the other candidate. So, the incentives for joining the Patreon at this point are many. I should probably port over the cooking videos for the members on YouTube as well. So if you don't fancy signing up on Patreon, I will try and upload this shit for members on the YouTube side of things. So if you'd rather do that, feel free. There we go. What's this mod all about? You see, there's this 1940s or 1930s? I'm gonna go 1930s gangster. And all of these demons, right? They're getting in the way of his bootlegging operation. But he also has access to a few arcane and occult methods of demon dispatchment. I don't know. I just made that up completely. That is, I believe, what the kids call my personal headcanon for this. Why are you getting a Mission Impossible vibe from the soundtrack? I have no idea. If I'll be honest with you, I'm getting more of a Break Into Electric Boogaloo vibe. I feel like someone should be doing some breakdancing right now. Sinister breakdancing. These levels have a lot of, like, bits and bobs. A lot of little side rooms. I get distracted by those quite easily. Wait, I can test this out. Yeah. Get fried, dummy. Get snacked. I still got no keys. Where am I going? Where am? What are? This isn't Chicago. I'm supposed to be making hooch in a bathtub for the speakeasy. Yep, I need a yellow key. But there was none to be found. I need a blue. Alright. My memory's starting to get into gear now. You need a yellow key, you need a blue key. He drinks a vodka drink, he drinks a lager drink. Aries, Mr. Icarus, you have to thank me for all these Doom Mob Madness vids and streams. It's because of me alone that Doom 1 and 2 folder is in 2 terabytes. 2 terabyte Doom folder? Holy moly. I don't think I even have a folder that big. To be honest though, I do need to get myself a new hard drive soon. Because, it's getting old. It's getting old. I used Crystal Disk to double check. Because I've got no clue how long I've been abusing this hard drive. And it's getting the old caution rating. And the problem with this, it's my 2 terabyte, like, footage drive. So, like, everything I capture, all of my, like, side clips that I use on a regular basis is in there. So I gotta be careful. I gotta be careful, man. Gotta figure out a good way of transferring stuff over to a new fresh drive. Buy a fresh drive. Rupert, you got a NAS and a slotted 12 terabyte into it. It's amazing. I'd love to get a NAS someday. It's just a bit out of my price range. It would honestly be like a perfect solution for me. The best I can figure right now, I've got like an external desktop drive, which I primarily use for Plex. But my thought is, because there's a lot of storage on that, to be honest, I'll transfer most of the stuff on my aging, like, footage editing drive. I'll stick it on that, get a new one, swap it all over, and then carry on trucking for another, you know, few years. And the other pet project I'm up to is I want to install Bazite on my downstairs computer that's plugged into the TV because I want to mess around with the OS. See whether all of the stuff that I commonly use, so, you know, GZ Doom, my standard single player things. It'd be nice if Helldivers 2 works with Linux, with Bazite. DaVinci Resolve, Fruity Loops, which I use for my music. If all of that works, then I'll be a happy chappy, and I'll be able to just swap everything over. Oh, excuse me. Where the blue door? Where the blue door at? Where the blue door? Just follow the demons. Just follow the demons. It's not that difficult. It's easy peasy. I keep forgetting to use this. Sorry, just take a moment. Oh, it's me. I thought I could smell something funny. It's just me. I stink. I'll be right back. Oh. Uh-oh, stinky. It's a problem with days like this, right? It is so warm. It is so warm. And I do not have the fashion sensibilities to have seasonal appropriate clothing. I'm an aging metalhead. Most of my wardrobe is black. Most of my lower half is jeans. Jeans. And I got like one pair of red swimming shorts. Ugh. I'm not built for the weather, man, and I'm not prepared for the weather. Even my fan ain't doing shit. I can feel it blowing, but it's just like, like a weak breeze. Just blowing warm on me. It's the argument for heat pumps right here. It's like air conditioning, but you can just put it on reverse. Just don't wear clothes? Okay. I never thought of that before. Just be naked. Just be naked on stream. There's no rules against that. Oh, I dusted my fan off. It's a standing fan. I don't know whether or not dusting it off is going to affect the fact that the blades can spin. I'm not sure how that's going to work. And I'll be honest with you. I'm not sure how that's going to help me. Hub stream when? What? What's the hub? I don't know what the hub is. Ah. That's where it was. The hole in the ground. The goal hole. Demons. Oh, Pornhub! That kind of hub. It's very confusing because, when I was a lad, right? Back in today, there was, like, a social youth club called The Hub. And for some reason, that's where my brain first went to. Because I'm a pure innocent soul, as you well know. I found myself a little out of ammunition. Well, I got shotgun, that's fine. There we go, it's plenty. Plenty. Can't I turn the fan off, take it apart, and clean the blades? Again, I'm thinking about the words you're saying, and I'm looking at my fan, and considering how fans work. The fact that it is pushing air that is already warm at me, I'm not sure that would change if I wiped the blades. Oh, are we Am I making sense here, or am I insane? I don't know. I feel like I'm being gaslit. What's going on? All right. Oh! I have to reverse the blades. It makes it cold. Ugh. Stop that. The pickaxe is not ranged! Though I would happily take a boomerang pickaxe. Anyone made a Nikola Tesla mod yet? It's largely because of like the noises out of the serpent ring. Exes, you have two pedestal fans which you can take the front off to clean the blades. You thought mine was the same, or is mine a tower fan? Bear with me a sec. Bear with me a sec. I just want to full screen this image. Open image in new tab. There we go. This is my fan. There are many like it, but this is mine. It has several buttons. Some make it go faster. Some make it go slow. Some make it stop spinning. What happens is these blades, they go around, and then they push air at me, and if the air coming into it is cold, or colder, because it's near an open window, it's gonna hopefully push that to me. But because the air outside is hot, and inside here is hot, all it's doing is pushing hot air at me. And I don't know how the amount of dust on the blades is gonna change that. I think that's the confusion that I'm dealing with right now. I could clean it. I could stop what I'm doing and clean it. But what I'm saying is I'm not sure how that would help me. This ends my TED talk. It's now a fan stream, yeah. You get it now? Cool. Cool, we're on the same page. I'm happy. I think we were coming at this from entirely different angles. And I understand you were trying to give me a good solution to improve my quality of life, but I think all that ended up happening is I was just very confused. We're all trying to help. We all want the best. Podlucky, Tesla invented the BFG long before Doom, but it's a government secret. I'd say they've had plenty of good opportunities to use it before now. It's like Area 51 and Aliens bullshit. There's plenty of good opportunities to say, hey, by the way, aliens are real and we've got some alien corpses out back. You know, if you need a real handy distraction, maybe the distraction's not big enough. Maybe they need a crisis big enough. But I feel like we're in a perpetual state of crisis these days, where you can wheel out the old Let's pull the old Area 51 card. Let's reveal some secrets about that place. X-Files was a documentary, yada yada yada. As an Australian, you understand well, those fans don't do anything but push shot around here. This is why I'm a keen enthusiast of the whole, there's like a heat pump incentive at the moment. As like a heating alternative to, I guess, central heating in the UK. And the nice thing about heat pumps is you just stick them in reverse when it's like summer and you can cool your house. Fringe! Fringe was found footage! Fringe in chat! Fringe mentioned in chat! Where are my Fringe fans at? Loved that show when it was on. I had no idea what the fuck it was doing with its story by the end, but I still loved it all the same. It did such a thorough job with the whole concept of, like, you know, parallel Earth. That anytime any other show has done it, I'm just like, oh, hey, it's just like that Fringe season. It wasn't timey-wimey time travel stuff, it was flippy-floppy parallel Earth stuff. But, yeah. If you want an interesting spin on that concept, I've got a series recommendation for you. This kills me because I love the actor, but I can never remember his name. He played J. Jonah Jameson. J.K. Simmons, that's the name. J.K. Simmons. He did a show called Counterpart. I think it only ran for 2 series, but it still wrapped up pretty well. And it takes the whole kind of parallel Earth kind of thing and wraps it up in a literally a Cold War spy story. It's really good. Sliders, Alternate Earths, Agoko, yeah, I remember that. I remember Sliders, Justice for Sliders. Pretty good mini burgers as well. But yeah, I'm not saying Fringe was the first to do the parallel Earth thing. All I'm saying is it did the concept so thoroughly well in terms of a story that it kind of made it hard to view anything else that does it with clear eyes. That's what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm trying to say. Jeez. I'm making a meal of these levels, aren't I? This is what I get for picking Ultraviolence equivalent. Keep making the mistake, man. Keep making the mistake. There we go. I thought I got all of them! 3-point chain gunner clusterfuck right there. J.K. Simmons also played Fletcher from Whiplash. Yes, I am aware of that. But it's not quite my tempo. You're dragging it a bit. It's not my tempo. J.K. Simmons is better than that jabroni J.K. Rowling. Yeah, fuck J.K. Rowling. Not even in the same ballpark of respectability as J.K. Simmons. I mentioned a while back, J.K. Rowling is a really great argument for authors just shutting the fuck up and going away after a while. Yeah, you had a hit book series. I don't really need to know the rest of your opinions. Thank you very much. Please fuck off and enjoy your money. Leave the rest of us to it instead of trying to make other people's lives miserable. What you could do us all a favor and, stay in that room that has the black mold ominously growing in the back of the room. That's one of my favorite J.K. Rowling theories, is that her opinions have gotten more and more extreme and insane over the years because she refuses to treat the black mold that's growing up the wall in her room that she does her Zoom calls from. Like, they've noticed, like, this encroachment of black mold in the background. It reminds me of a TV series called, I think it was called Brain Dead. Let me quickly search this up. There was a series called Brain Dead. It's got nothing to do with the Peter Jackson series, but it's about American politics. I mean, it feels very, very appropriate these days, but it basically deals with the fact that certain politicians have gotten more extreme and incomprehensible because they literally have bugs in their heads that are eating their brains. Those were the days when that sounded like fantasy. 2016, wow. But yeah, I mean, it seems entirely plausible. As excuses go, right? As excuses go, if it came out as actual legitimate news that J.K. Rowling is being treated for like mold infestation in her brain, I'd be like, yeah, that tracks. That sounds about right. Because there comes a point where it's just like, really? This is what you're doing with your time? You can literally stop this anytime you like, and your life will be immeasurably better, and the people that you constantly whine about will have lives that are constantly better as a result of you just shutting the fuck up and doing anything else. Literally anything else with your time. Like writing a good story. Or being, a decent politician. Sorry, that's an oxymoron. There's no such thing. Pardon me. Alright, good. That had ammo in it. I don't know why I'm running out of ammo so hard. Is it because I'm so bad with my aiming? Don't answer that. I need my ego protected. Vaska, did I know that WWE Evolution, all women's PPV, is happening in 3 days? Oh, they're doing another one? Have they been doing that as a regular thing, or has it just been something they have not done for ages? Is this their apology to the women's roster for having to do Saudi Arabia on such a regular basis? I wonder how CM Punk feels about that. Anyway, I'm gonna go watch the AEW thing that's on this weekend instead. If it's good, I'll probably check out the replay. I can never watch these things live. Evolution or the AEW thing. Last Evolution thing I watched, I really liked it. It was very good. You know what, I'm just gonna leave. Oh wait, I can't. Oh shit. You got me! Oh, that's the actual exit! Benreal, didn't the US's healthcare minister, RFK? Yeah, he had brainworms. He actually literally had a brainworm that actually literally ate a small part of his brain. Heck of a world we live in. And yeah, the worm ate part of his brain, and the worm died before they extracted it, right? So the implication is that the worm died as a consequence of trying to eat part of RFK's brain, which implies that it was already poisoned to begin with. What have they got in the water over there, man? It's just in DC, the upper echelons of politics. There's something in the water supply, man. Lead. Waterborne parasites. I don't know, man. I feel like, for the most part, politics the world over has gotten demonstrably dumber. Unless you're in Australia. Australia's done, like, a really fantastic job recently for electing Labour. And I will freely take the bashing that was recently inflicted on the UK by Friendly Geordies. I don't know how many of you watch Friendly Geordies, but he's Australian political commentator, but also does a lot of comedy. Recently had his house burned down because he investigated gambling corruption. Love Geordies. I think he does an amazing job, and I desperately wish he would do more videos kicking the shit out of the state of the UK, because we need it, to be perfectly honest. I don't think there is an equivalent to Friendly Geordies for the UK, and we desperately need one. So if you could spend some time after, you know, riding high on, you know, the political situation in Australia being demonstrably bad, can you come over here and just kick the shit out of our government for a while and, you know, embarrass them into actual action? Because fucking hell, man. For all the ragging that I do on the US, there's something in our friggin' water supply down in Westminster as well. Shit. It's like they willfully steer away from things that would actively improve people's lives. And just annoy everyone. And there's no good reason to. Pasca, do I think former WWE 3-times Divas champion? Apparatus jugulator Lee. What the fuck does that mean? Wife of colonized maggot sack Punk. Oh, I get that. CM Punk will return at Evolution. Not a clue. I don't really care about WWE these days. Other than laughing at them when they do something wrong. To be honest, I don't even really watch a lot of wrestling in general these days. I've just not had time. If anything, it's been like a solid year even. You know, most of this year has been me desperately trying to find time for anything. And it's only been in like the last week or so where things have started to feel like I've got a tiny bit of control on, you know, what I can do with my time. Astro, is DR4 a good Doom mod? What's DR4? Is that an acronym? You can't throw an acronym at me if I don't know what it actually stands for. You tell me what it means full, and then you can acronym it. Because otherwise I'll be like, I don't know. Doom Remake 4. Never played it. Couldn't tell you the answer to that, unfortunately. Not played it. Oh, like, you haven't watched WWE? The last time you did, they were called WWF, and he wasn't 10. I caught back up with wrestling back when I was in France. A few years back now. And it was one of those kind of comforts where I understood what was going on, but all the commentary was in French. I'm getting a lot of deja vu from these vent sections. And then, you know, when I got back to the UK, I kept up watching it because it was a fun, goofy old time. It's basically men's soap opera. And then AEW started up. I had a lot of fun with AEW. Haven't checked in on it for a while, which is why I'm excited to check in on the big pay-per-view that's happening this weekend. I think it's called All In Texas. They used to do... They habitually are supposed to do it in the UK at Wembley Stadium. I went to the very first one. That was an amazing show. Funnily enough, also the last pay-per-view match of CM Punk. Whoa, that was a story, let me tell you. Alright, where am I going? Where am I going from here? But yeah, if anything makes you... If you want any distractions from the ills of the world, wrestling. The petty bullshit that goes on in wrestling, you will have the creases of your brain rinsed clean. No thoughts. Only grabs. Seriously, where am I going? Can I just duck through this? I'd rather just duck through this. I don't really care. No! Damn it! It lets me swap to weapons that don't have ammo, and it's constantly tripping me up. Doom Remake 4, Zekri, the mod that's so bad the creator faked being taken down by ZeniMax. Really? No shit. Have I tried liminal spaces for Quake maps? I don't believe I have. I don't believe I have. Be right back. I'm bumping up that fan. It's on max speed. I'm not really feeling it. What is the temperature around here at the moment? Let me find out. It doesn't feel like it should be like as sweaty as it feels. It's like 23 degrees Celsius. And before anyone scoffs, you know, I have to do this every single time. These houses are not built for this heat, especially the attic. The attic is where I do my work, and it is the worst possible place to be in the friggin' summer because there's nothing you can do to cool it down. The rest of the house is demonstrably cooler. You know, if I had this set up like on the ground floor, I'd be fine. I wouldn't have so much of a problem. But all the rooms are indisposed. Acekith, thank you so much for the 32 months. Much appreciated. Oh, there's a humidity as well, Lion. And we don't have air conditioning. That's the other doozy. This is why I want the heat pump installation. Jack, thank you so much for the 73 months. Much appreciated. Excuse me while I pickaxe these demons to death. Leroy, is my Bandcamp music available for licensing? You working on a third-person shooter? You can send me an email. I'm open to it. I'm open to it. I've had a track licensed in the past for Mullet Mad Jack. much. Very happy it turned out the way it did. Great fun. And it's still extremely surreal to hear my music in a video game. It's insane. I was just wondering if there was an alt HUD that shows my total ammo built into this mod, but doesn't appear to be. It's just that central ammo count. These friggin' shotgunners off to one side keep absolutely blasting me. TH, thank you for the sub there for a month. I'm not sure if it popped up there, but much appreciated. Did I hit F1 instead of escape? I think I did. What's going on, man? Being accosted. Jeez. It's like dense layerings of enemies. I've been spoiled by mods that let me do dual wielding as well. As I said earlier, it's always a weird kind of... a whiplash is probably the best word. When it comes from going from a feature-rich mod to a more stripped-back, straightforward mod. You gotta learn to appreciate the subtleties a bit more. Astro, I need to play Doom Remake 4. I need to. Like, my life depends on it. You got it, and you got it's amazing. It turns Doom into a modern game. Isn't that just Doom 2016? You got it. We got modern Doom. In fact, Doom's pretty good as it is. It's literally what I'm playing. It still feels great in 2025. I need more information than that. Like, what is the point of Doom Remake 4? Do I remember Psychophobia? Oh no! Wait a minute, I've got to check something. Do I actually have this on my list somewhere? I'm sure I got something like that on my list somewhere. No, not quite. I've got another mod on my list of things to look at, right? There's a mod called Spectacle Creep. And that's the first thing my brain went to. Think Doom 3's graphics with Doom 2016 combat speed. Alright, I just looked it up on ModDB. The mod you're trying to view has ceased development and consequently been archived. Oh no! Oh no, I'm here to laugh at you. I'm sorry. I'm here to laugh at you. Just these stills are the most... It's psychophobia. It's literally psychophobia. It's the same fucking 3D models. It's psychophobia. Stop asking me to play that. You're not selling me. I'm sorry. How was the Captain Wayne demo? It was pretty good. It was pretty good. I wish there was more of it. I wish there was more of it. Yeah, Doom Remake 4 looks exactly how I remember Psychophobia. That's a no from me, Chief. Sorry. Not my tempo. Been there, done that. Listen, you thought it was called Doomsday? It might have been Psychophobia with like a 3D model pack, but that's like... Yeah, that's the first place my brain goes to. It's not that it's... I don't know. I gotta pick my words more accurately here. It's not that it's offensive. It's just offensive to me. I don't know how to explain it. It is... the way I feel about it is because of the way that it looks, and it looks bad to me. Pasca, I gotta admit, I don't really care about the CM Punk thing, and the sentences that you're typing in chat are actually making my brain hurt. It's actually making my brain hurt. I got things to do after this, you know. I got things to do after this. I'm getting this, like, unsolicited, like, brain rot fed into my eyeballs via chat. Ugh. I mean, I appreciate that you probably got like a thesaurus out there for like words you can use to describe CM Punk in a derogatory manner, but you know, I get it. I get it.
My brain is injured.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. Oh, that was a close one. Nope. Have I played Pirate Doom 2? No name. All my stuff just goes into a hole, doesn't it? All of my stuff just goes straight into a hole on YouTube, and it never surfaces again. So the answer to that is yes, and I had a lot of fun. There's a whole pirate skeleton bit stemming from that. And I'm tired of my goddamn videos getting sucked into the black hole of the YouTube? That's the alternative. The YouTube algorithm. Stay still! I feel like it's the least useful thing for the job. Why am I even out here? Zygem, the gun's letting me fire on empty is really funny. It's like, how long till you notice? Click, 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 click. Sam, I am the hole. I've never thought about it that way. I am the hole into which all of my own content disappears. I'm like an Ouroboros of Doom mods, is that what you're saying? I'm just sucking on my own asshole, and it's a cycle of Doom mods in and out, and no one really gets to see it except me. That makes a lot of sense. Oh, I am reading a completely different conversation from whatever that paragraph is from. Brain hurt. Brain hurt. No thoughts, only shoot. When demons? When are demons? Where am demons? Am demons you? Skibbity. Blue. Ah! Yes, I'm being naughty. Because the level's pissing me off. There's like a really annoying amount of backtracking to keys in this. There we go. How do I get up to you? Ah, via this. There we go. Damn it. Son of a bitch. Kyra, good to see me streaming. Keep up the good work in the mods. I'm trying. I'm trying. Is this Minecraft? Yes. Hence the pickaxe. This one. Right, there we go. It's because this corridor has a slight, like... It's a weird flow. I'll put it that way. It's a weird flow. So what is that pickup? I keep missing the scroll. I still have to remind myself that the Minecraft movie came out, and that it's a thing that exists. It's one of those strange things. We live in that world. I think what's weird about it to me is there's already a template. We have like the Lego movie. If you understand where the angle I'm coming at it from. And the way they did for the Minecraft movie was very different. Oh god, the room is geared to be really bad for me. Okay. Oh, like going back to wrestling, turns out you're following TNA Wrestling on Twitch. They just started streaming. You've never watched them, but you're following them? So, Lamperine map scroll, that's what it is. Ah. Lion, what's strange is somehow they've tried to make a Doom movie twice. And, yeah. But how mediocre it is, it's still the good one. What, the first? I feel like the time's right for them to take another crack at it, you know? They got a good opportunity, right? To make a clean break. They could do, you know, they could do a series. They could ignore New Doom entirely. I'll be honest with you, I don't think a New Doom would fit. Come on, man. Come on, man. Street Fighter is still the best video game movie ever. Yes. There was a second Doom movie? Yes, there was. There was. And that's all you're ever gonna need. All you're ever gonna need to know.
Of course!
What am I doing? Did I forget to do something? I'm developing Alzheimer's in real time. It was this duel. Okay. Speaking of Alzheimer's, I watched Captain America: Brave New World yesterday. Harrison Ford is looking old. And that film was mid. I've been catching up on a lot of, like, current phase Marvel because I got nothing better to do lately. I've found myself with, shockingly, a little bit of free time. And sometimes I just want to, like, slump on the couch and watch trash. So, you know, what better than a, you know, Marvel? I watched, you know, Captain America: Brave New World, and I was like, man, you can literally see the seams where they've duct taped elements of, like, other shit together with that film. It's not great. And then I watched Ironheart, and... man. Again, it's another Marvel series that is suffering from them going through a period of we have no idea what to do next. And all of the plans keep changing. And the main actor that we wanted to lead us into this next phase gets, like, charged for sexual assault. And it's like, I haven't watched Thunderbolts yet either, but I've heard good things. But yeah, the whole, Kang thing has fucked them so comprehensively. The only decent thing that's come out that I've seen recently is, like, Daredevil. And that's because the backlash was so intensive for what they were doing with Daredevil that they went, right, fine, we're gonna integrate the shit that you actually like. We're not gonna pretend that it doesn't exist, we're gonna try and integrate the shit you actually like. And it's measurably better as a result. Deadpool 3 was the last good Marvel thing. Like, Deadpool feels like it operates in its own pocket dimension most of the time. Which, you know, makes sense. That's the kind of point. The point of Deadpool in its form, as it currently is to poke fun. Lifeguard Endgame was the end for you, as it was for many people. As it was for many. To be honest, I was satisfied. That's the biggest problem that they had to deal with. People got closure from Endgame. It was a story that had been told over a very extended period of time, reached a culmination, and was resolved. And then it's like, well, what do we do now? What do we do now? Shit! How is Ironheart? In a vacuum, I was on a very base level entertained. But not because it was good. Because it just kept doing weird shit. And I was like, what's actually going on here? I know that's not a great description of what's going on with Ironheart, but yeah. I think you need context for this. So, the reason why I even started watching Ironheart in the first place is because I literally needed to kill time. I had nothing better to do. And I was like, you know what? I don't know anything, and I mean zero. I know nothing about this character. Less than nothing. I vaguely remembered that they turned up in Wakanda Forever, which I recall kind of enjoying. Kinda. I didn't hate it. And, yeah. And from there, I'm just like, alright, there's this girl who's an engineering genius. She's building her own Iron Man suit. She's building it because of reasons. Reasons that turn out to be, you know, she suffered a traumatic event, there was a drive-by shooting, and the next best thing she could think of doing was building an Iron Man suit and following in the footsteps of Tony Stark. Only, she's not a billionaire. So, you know, she kind of skims over the whole Tony Stark built this in a cave with scraps of, like, you know, spare parts of weapons lying around. And, gets kicked out of MIT. And then crime. It's, yeah. Basically, a lot of people have made the sentiment that it would work a lot more interestingly if they just turned Ironheart into a villain, because as a character, they're kind of a douche. They're very self-interested, and she's constantly adamant that her way is the right way, and she's gonna do whatever it takes to make sure that she succeeds. She wants to be iconic, but she's copying the homework of someone who was there first. It's kind of like she's a contradiction of a character. She's a real weird contradiction of a character. And she makes some really stupid fucking decisions. A lot of people make a lot of stupid fucking decisions throughout the course of Ironheart. But, you know, I was in this just state of just being, sure, I guess. And that's it. It's a series that exists. It's not awful. It's not awful. People are like shitting on it from a great height because I think once people decide that there's a mild consensus that it's not as great as it could be, that, you know, it's like open season. This is the new whipping boy. This is the new punching bag for everyone to pile in on, and it's not that. It's fine. It's just dumb. And it's the victim of a phase of Marvel that doesn't know where it's going. It doesn't know where it's headed. It's throwing the occasional shit at the wall. These little things here and there. And things just haven't lined up. Things haven't worked properly. There was a character from Ironheart that was supposed to tie into Captain America Brave New World, from what I can tell. And the fact that they couldn't do that because Ironheart's been on the shelf for a good long while threw everything up in the air. And it's like, God, what are you guys fucking doing over there? So that's how I feel. Neither here nor there, but mostly kind of disappointed that it isn't better than it is, or as good as it could be. But yeah, that's the long and short of it. In the moment, it's perfectly serviceable. The moment you start thinking about anything, it falls apart. Which sums up a lot of entertainment these days. This is a shame. Trying to figure out what keys I've got tie in to the rest of this level. All the thumping soundtrack rinses my brain clean. Yeah, alright. Pardon me. Where are my bullets? I don't know why I'm having such a problem with my friggin' bullets. Did I enjoy the Guardians of the Galaxy films? Yeah. I'm generally a fan of James Gunn in general. I like how there was a bit in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 where he has Peter Quill explain why Gamora is a different Gamora because the whole Endgame shit was completely out of his hands. the whole Infinity War stuff. They basically played Mad Libs with his characters for that, and then he has to pick up the pieces afterwards, and he's like, I guess! But yeah, I like the Guardians films. A lot of fun. Looking forward to watching Superman. Very much looking forward to watching Superman. I've heard there's mixed opinion. I'm looking forward to finding out what my opinion on it is gonna be. Because that's how I'm choosing. That's how I'm choosing to approach it. A lot of people get put off by the sea of opinion right off the bat, but it's definitely a film I want to see for myself. And it's a James Gunn. It's James Gunn basically kicking off proper his DCU. I mean, he kind of did a stealth kickoff with the Suicide Squad. I loved the Suicide Squad. Not to be confused with Suicide Squad, but the Suicide Squad. And I don't think this is coming from a guy who's like a Zack Snyder hater or anything. I actually, the first time I watched Man of Steel, I had a perfectly enjoyable time. It was the most crashy, bashy, brain no need to think anymore experience I can think of. It was basically like a Michael Bay film. To the degree, I'm convinced Michael Bay would probably have done the exact same thing, but just with more TNA. Mustang, the comic stuff is better, but the movies are fun. For Guardians, the game's fun too. I've not played the game. I've heard good things about the game. Would like to give it a spin sometime. Shit. What's my... I'm finding it so difficult to keep track of my armor. And did I hit that button? Three? I did. Save. Nugget, Ironheart had a whole arc in her comics introduction where she tells her teacher that she's wrong for telling her that she's great. Oh yeah, I remember hearing about this! So, there was a real big fallout from the comics for Ironheart where there was a panel. The implication was that the character Riri, she can't get ahead unless she's being challenged. That's what the comic wants you to take away from it. But the way the comic presents it is that Riri tells the teacher to stop encouraging her because she needs to feel she needs to feel like she's told she can't do something, but it comes across as her telling the teacher to oppress her. It's so tone deaf. It's so bad. It's like one of those kind of transcendently bad writing choices. And everyone talks about it. I did a little bit of a dive on the Ironheart stuff recently. And it's like, yeah, she can't really get on unless she feels personally slighted or comes across adversity. That's the intent. But that doesn't translate into any of, like, the other character beats that happen further on, where she actually, you know, gets the shit kicked out of her by another character. She doesn't use that as drive, and it's not a very well introduced character. It's not a very well introduced character. Yeah. That's one of the flashpoints of that character. And then they went, you know what? Let's make a series. What are you doing, guys? Gallus, you're hopeful that Superman's good. You like the tone and the feel. You get the impression they're trying to do too much. I've heard that it's a bit overstuffed. But I am prepared for the idea of being thrown in at the deep end. Because we already know where Superman comes from. We already know who Superman's parents are. We already get the deal with Lex Luthor. Even if you're not a big Superman guy or, you know, into the comics, by sheer cultural osmosis alone, you should be kind of on the ball, or, you know, at least it's easy enough for you to pick up the pieces of how this whole shit works. So, you know, I'm willing for Superman to just, you know, confuse me in the moment. Let me acclimatize. So I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful. I want it to be good. No one wants a film to be bad. No one truly wants a film to be bad. If you're gonna be honest, if you're gonna go see a film, you want it to be a good time. Anyone that willfully wants a film to be bad has an axe to grind. Or a pickaxe to grind, for that matter. And, you know, you should just go do something else with that time, if you're gonna be perfectly honest. I'm gonna let myself die. Super gaming? I hear this comment a lot, where it's like, at least they didn't turn him black. What exactly is the problem with that? I'd find that immensely interesting, personally speaking. What if Batman was black? That'd be a really interesting story to tell. What if Superman was Asian? Honestly, go for it. If you have a problem with it, at this point, you know, you can always watch something else. Oh. You could tell a really interesting story with Black Batman. After all, isn't this the whole foundation of these stories? Telling interesting stories in the first place? I gotta be honest, I'm stuck in this loop right now, and I'm feeling ready for an argument, because I'm desperately trying to get out of this fucking section of level. Pardon me. What if Superman was Southeast Asian man from Kashmir? Exactly! What if Superman landed in Russia and was brought up as a communist? Wouldn't that be insane? Wouldn't it be crazy if they made an entire comic about that? They did that? No! They did that? Oh! I'm so surprised! Man, you really have to be so fucking over the top to be sarcastic these days, don't you? Jesus Christ, is it just because I'm British? Is there like a psychic effect that I have with my accent? What? I really try. I ham it up as much as I can. What if Batman was a hedgehog? I even try and, like, widen my eyes and waggle my eyebrows. I'm really trying. What if Zelda was a girl? Oh, God. Oh, right, I gotta wait. It's intended to suck. Okay, I get it now. It's okay, everybody. This part of the level is supposed to suck. I've cracked the code. It's supposed to suck. Fair on the eyebrow thing, the cap hides them. What if Batman was also the Joker? It's comic books, dummy! You can do whatever the fuck you like! That's the whole point! Skip the level. Right after I skip your mama. Oh! Hello, police. I would like to report a murder. Yeah, it's me. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'll try not to do it again. Pardon me. I have a strategy. Don't worry, I have a strategy. It's called not dying. You'll know when it's failed when I die. What if Batman was a bat? That's just man-bat. That's just man-bat. It's 69 health I've saved. Wait, if I just wait here, do they not spawn? Fuck you! You're dying! You're dying, motherfucker. I'm taking you with me. We'll go into the pits of fucking hell. Could've just done that. Could've just done that. Place I accidentally visited earlier. How do I get back out of it though? Because I got stuck in it earlier and I don't know how to leave. The only way I know how to get out of this is if I use crouch, and I don't know if crouch is allowed, but I'm gonna do it anyway. What if Batman was just a rip-off of the Shadow? Well, that's because he is. He doesn't have that amazing nose, though. Glycian. Shadow, the Hedgehog. You don't know about Shadow? You don't know my guy, the Shadow? You haven't watched the film with Alec Baldwin, the Shadow? The Shadow's badass, man. Dynamite Comics, the Shadow. You should watch the Shadow. The Shadow is great. Open new tab. This fella's the Shadow. He's great. His disguise is that he can make his nose like look weird and big, and he's got a neckerchief, and then he shoots people with guns. It's great. And then there was a film with Alec Baldwin. It's pretty good. It's pretty decent. I would recommend it. That's your homework for this evening. Go watch The Shadow. There you go. Look, it's Alec Baldwin. And then after that, go watch that thing with Billy Zane. What's his name again? The Phantom! You need to go watch The Phantom. After that, go watch The Phantom. The only reason you need to go watch The Phantom is because he looks like this. I rest my case. Thank you for joining the Icarus Cinema Club. Further recommendations will be forthcoming. As and when I deem them pertinent. The Phantom, the movie where a guy gets his eyes gouged out with a trap microscope. I can't quite remember that bit, but I do remember that you can put 3 skulls together to make a laser skull, and it's bzzz. King Shotgun Hobo, he's not femboy enough. That implies a lack of imagination on your part, if I'm going to be perfectly honest. Billy Zane looks like me if I shave off my beard. Thank you. The purple onesie as well, with the domino mask. Stop! You're flattering me. Lion, you recommend The Phantom? Yes, yes. Take a seat, get comfortable. It's a fun old time. Different era of filmmaking. It really is. Bunyan, thank you so much for the 43 months. Hope you keep him well. Oleg, your friend, recommended you watch the original Ring. Ringu! 1998 Japanese film, yes. Said the American remake is shit compared to it. The original, I believe, is a lot better. There was a whole wave of, like, Japanese horror in, like early 2000s. Late 90s, early 2000s. I remember one called Pulse. That was another one. The Grudge was another. At the time, I was very much into, like, Eastern cinema. There was a video label in the UK that I absolutely adored. It was called Tartan. Tartan Video. And they had a sub-label called Tartan Asia. Or usually Tartan Asia Extreme. And it's not porno. Just a lot of gore. And a lot of other, you know, violent delights. But yeah, Tartan Asia Extreme. A lot of fun times. That video label introduced me to so much interesting stuff. I remember a film I watched called Versus, that had a gag where one of the police officers kept making these ostentatious brags that he has a sense of smell 100 million times more sensitive than a top dog breeder. And I'm like, why would that make your smell better than anyone else, your sense of smell, if you're a dog breeder? I don't understand. And then he says he has reflexes 100 million times faster than Mike Tyson. Versus the one with the sword fights. And it's filmed entirely in a forest because they had no budget. And so there comes a point where one of the characters has a freaking anti-tank rifle, an anti-materiel, it's fancy, it's got glitter, rifle. And he, no shit, does the Matrix dodge, wheeling his arms back, but he realizes that he can't go into slow motion halfway through, and he goes, ah! And then dies and explodes. Versus is the film with the laser-guided sword at the end. It doesn't deliver on the promise, but it's such a cool image that, you know, it's such a dumb, cool, cool image. You look at it and you go, hey, that's pretty fucking sick. It's a katana with 3 laser beams. And he aims it at someone who's like, what's that supposed to do? It was made by film students. It was made by a director called Ryuhei Kitamura. He's directed a bunch of stuff since then. He did a horror film featuring Vinnie Jones and based on a Clive Barker novel called The Midnight Meat Train. I'm not just making things up. It exists. And it's quite good. He's also a friend of Hideo Kojima. He directed the cutscenes for the GameCube remake of Metal Gear Solid. Twin Snakes. There was another film he made in the meantime that I've not seen. Didn't get very good reviews, but, you know, these things don't tend to. And I'm not sure what he's done since, but, you know. As you can tell from the variety of bullshit trivia that I can spew about this fella, these films arrived at a very formative time in my life. Have I ever seen the Australian zombie film Undead? Is that the one where it turns out to be aliens? And there's like is it a triple rack shotgun? Yeah, I remember picking that one up. Sperrig Brothers, if I'm not mistaken. Did they make that film called Predestination? Let me look this up. I need to know. It's the one with Ethan Hawke. Yep. Same guys. So the Sperrig Brothers who did Undead, then went on to do Predestination with Sarah Snook and Ethan Hawke. Absolutely bonkers film. I'm not gonna really say much about it other than it's one of those kind of fucked up time travel movies. Mad Scientist, is this Neo Doom? It sure as heck is. I think I've bitten off more than I can chew with Neo Doom, if I'm gonna be honest. The structure of it screws with me in ways that I didn't quite expect. This is also a version of Neo Doom that allows for other gameplay mods and monster packs and all that kind of stuff. Oh, I didn't see those steps. Why would you give me a hazard suit if I wasn't gonna be wading through sewage? It really makes you think, doesn't it? Obvious, really, in hindsight. Does Neo Doom come with its own... Does Neo Doom usually come with its own set of new weapons? I believe it comes with its own set of weapons, if I'm not mistaken. TH, your favorite line is undead is, where was you hiding those when the hero whips out 2 desert eagles from nowhere when he's supposed to be completely naked? It's been so long since I've watched it. It has been so long. My favorite shot from Undead is right near the start where there's like a quintessentially Australian thing happening. There's a bunch of people playing cricket. This guy is like, oh, what a great day, and he's looking up at the sky, and like a meteor comes flying down. He's like, I wonder what that is, and it blasts him right through the fucking chest. And it's the meteorites that turn everyone into zombies. It's one of those things, right? I couldn't bring it up out of the blue, but as soon as someone reminds me that it's a thing that exists, the neural pathways fire up, and those deep-seated memories just suddenly go, BAM! People, have I played The Long Dark? And if so, any thoughts on that game? Thank you for the 25. Is that Polish? PLN? That's not pound sterling. Polish zlot. I'm not going to butcher that. Zloty? Polish zloty. Thank you for the 25, Polish zloty. No, I've not played The Long Dark, but I am open to being convinced. Would you say it's a good fit for me? Do you think I'd enjoy it? I've heard of it, just not played it. Man, I got such little health for this section. If you like survival games, it's pretty good. I mean, I can get along with some survival games, but it's got to be the right kind of survival game. So there's like a spectrum, isn't there? There's like, you know, more hardcore survival on one end of the scale, and then there's like less and then more casual survival. I'd say on like one end of the scale, you got like Minecraft. That is what I'd say is like the least consequential survival, and then between that and Long Dark, where would you say it sits? You know, like DayZ-esque stuff. Like I say, it's not a genre I dive into very often, but I'm always fascinated to hear about how these games work. The mechanics fascinate me. There was a game not too long ago that I was fascinated with the mechanics for. It's called Scum, and I think it recently came out in 1.0. It's been in early access for ages, and unfortunately I've fallen off interest-wise because it's not like lived up to my personal potential for it. And the silver bullet, the killer like gimmick of Scum is that it simulates real-time human metabolism. So you need to take care of your character's like full nutrition, like your sugar levels, you know, that kind of stuff. You need to make sure you pee, otherwise your bladder might explode. You need to take regular shits, you know, all that kind of stuff. And I was fascinated by that, on top of the fact that it had this kind of survival exploration thing. You could build shelters, you could raid bunkers and so on and so forth. But I think most games of that ilk, my personal holy grail is a survival game with Metal Gear Solid 5 sneaking mechanics. If you can get that working, if you can get that kind of setup working, I think we'll be on good terms. But I've not seen anyone live up to it. The only thing recently that I've seen that has Metal Gear Solid 5-esque kind of movement mechanics and such was like Helldivers 2, because you can do the prone and the aim full spin thing while prone. They've got like a pretty good facsimile of that kind of movement, but it's not the same kind of game. What about Metal Gear Solid 4 sneaking mechanics? Well, that's just... It's good, but the MGS4 sneaking mechanics are like a half-step prototype between MGS3 and MGS5. I like the camouflage being, you know, whatever surface you can rub up against, rather than having to manually select it. The audio ring is interesting and what have you. But to be honest, I need to revisit Metal Gear Solid 4 again. It's just that it's one of those games that is kind of landlocked console-wise on PlayStation 3. Is it PlayStation 3? Oh fuck, it is PlayStation 3, isn't it? Ain't that fucking crazy? The PlayStation 3, on one hand, was a very interesting console. And on the other hand, was an absolute disaster for the prospect of future remasters. If you didn't have multiple versions of whatever was released on PlayStation 3 to PlayStation 4 at the time, whatever you released on PlayStation 3 was probably going to just stay there. Because of the cell architecture of the PS3, it was so niche that it became a massive pain in the ass to do whatever you made specifically for the PS3 anywhere else. You can emulate it decently now, you're right, Mustang, but bloody hell, the effort, the hoops you have to jump through are insane. MGS Collection Volume 2 should have it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the reason why there's been absolutely zero talk about a Volume 2 of the Metal Gear Solid collection is because they don't know how to fucking do MGS4. Or they're trying to, you know, drum up viable ways to do it. You know, emulation or otherwise. But I reckon Konami are probably gonna sit on their hands until the release of Metal Gear Solid Delta, which is the MGS3 remake. See how that goes, and then continue from there. I'm kind of excited for the Metal Gear Solid Delta like remake, remaster. It's more remake because of the engine and all that. But I'm also a little trepidatious because they're trying to be very slavish in their recreation, and that might be to the detriment because some people have brought up how like, some of the enemy animations are almost like one for one for the original when they could have easily spent time making the animation smoother. There's like sliding feet of certain NPCs and certain animations, for example, but that's, in all honesty, something I could personally get over. I'll be honest, I could live with it. If one, the overall quality of the remake is dang great, and the price isn't prohibitively expensive. And I think the second element is gonna be the downfall, because pricing on these things is fucking stupid these days. So yeah, the top end of the weapons here is very Snake-themed, is it not? Tying in with Metal Gear Solid. Snake! Last time they did a Metal Gear game alone, Survive wasn't received well. It's funny though, because Survive is something that I think was kicked off with Kojima's blessing. And they were just gonna do whatever they did. It was basically the B team. You know how they have Dark Souls, they have FromSoft, and then they've got like a secondary team? I feel it's derogatory to call them a B team, but they had like a secondary team that works on other stuff in tandem. And as a spin-off, you know what? Metal Gear Survive was actually kind of fun. I played it. I'm gonna die on this fucking hill. I played Metal Gear Survive, I finished it, and I wish that it was actually more popular than it was, because I would have liked it to continue on in its own weird little way. I got into it. I liked it. I will die on that hill. I wouldn't recommend you play it now, because the player count is just not there anymore. Because there's a lot of, there's like a co-op multiplayer aspect that's really important if you want specific loot to upgrade your base and do the gear grind for endgame stuff. But I was into it. I was into it. I admit. I gave it a try and I liked it. It even had a fun little reason for Metal Gear Sahelanthropus, whatever it was called, just falling off the face of the earth. Because Metal Gear Solid 5 definitely ended before it tied up its story threads. That is an objective fact. Fuck you, Konami. I still won't forgive you for that, no matter how much you make amends. But, yeah, there's a fun little thing in Metal Gear Survive where you find the ruins of Sahelanthropus. It's fallen through some dimensional rift into this alternate world, and you can use it during the end game of that. Do you think Konami will make Metal Gear 6? I think what they're gonna do, if I was Konami, and I got someone on board who knew what the sentiment was, I would leverage all of the goodwill I could before I decided to do anything new. Which is why they're doing what they're doing now. They're doing Metal Gear Delta, they're doing Metal Gear Solid Delta, they're doing a faithful remake of a fan-favorite title. And if they can nail that and generate goodwill, and then produce like a Metal Gear Solid 2 collection that does you know, everything we want them to do, like a version of Metal Gear Solid 4 that's easily playable for everyone, maybe even with a few touch-ups here and there, then, and only then, would they consider doing any follow-ons. Basically what I'm saying is they're gonna milk what already exists before they even conceive of trying to do a version of Metal Gear Solid on their own. They'd be insane. Especially without Kojima, because Kojima has completely and utterly entwined the entire identity of Metal Gear Solid with himself. Anything outside of that, people, fans, reject. But in the meantime, there's always Death Stranding 2. I still want to play that. I'm not buying a fucking PS5. I don't have the disposable income to waste money on buying a PlayStation 5 just so I can play Death Stranding 2 right now. You need to understand how much self-restraint that takes. I need you to stroke my ego on that front. But PC version, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Let's go. Let's effing go. When it comes to PC, I am playing the ever-loving shit out of Death Stranding 2. If they do another game, you think they'll bring him on? It'll be a good long while, Mustang. It'll be a very long time. So, on Kojima's slate, he's got OD, which is a mystery project right now, but it's definitely in the works. And then he's got Fizzint, which is apparently born from the desire that Kojima has noticed for people. They basically want him to make another Metal Gear Solid style game. And he's like, you know what? Okay, but it's under this new name. And we're making a big deal of it being specifically funded by Sony. And we're doing a whole specific thing. Yeah, there's a lot tied up in it. There's a lot tied up in it. That's why the business of games is fascinating. Like the juggling of properties and IPs between various companies, it's fascinating. It really is. And depressing, what with the whole Microsoft stuff recently. Talk about the fumbling of a big veiny bag. How could you fucking waste an opportunity to remain a viable competitor like that? I don't know. And if the truth of the argument is because AI investment, then you know what? They deserve everything that's coming their way. Shotgun Hobo, Konami a gangster, they should do an alternative to Yakuza. More gore, less family friendly. I'm going somewhere with this, trust me. Less family friendly than Yakuza, he's saying. This Yakuza, this Yakuza right here, less family friendly than this one. This Yakuza by Sega. This one. This Yakuza, is this the same Yakuza we're talking about? Just confirming. Just making sure we're on the same page here. Shotgun! The ammo deprivation's getting to me. It really is. And the pistol takes the same ammo as the friggin' Tommy gun. So, you know, that's another weapon I'm gonna swap to without fucking ammunition. Same ammo on that as well. So yeah. Die! Good God. I'll be honest with you. I need to stop here. I'd carry on, but I've honestly, I just realized what time it is, and this is as good a point as any for me to wrap it up for today. But in any case, thank you for tagging along. Hope you have a wonderful weekend. Don't know when I'll be back on next, because the next few weeks for me are a little up in the air. It's the start of the summer holidays. I got to do a lot of planning for my kids and such. And yeah, keep an eye out for what's coming up on the YouTube channel as of tomorrow. Anyone that's a channel member or a patron will get it early and extended. Just letting you know, it costs... Actually, I'll revise the price for the channel membership, but if you give me $1, you get early access, you get extended editions, and you get to watch me cook really unappetizing looking British things. If that sounds like a good investment, just throw your money at me, goddammit. I need it. Anyway, until next time, this has been Mr. Icarus. Thank you very much for watching. Icarus out.